Am I the asshole for deciding not to invite my husband's family to my kid's birthday party after they called her a mistake? Me, 25 female, and my husband, 26 male, have been together for 5 years. We had our daughter pretty early on. She's 4 now. And yeah, she wasn't planned. But we were happy. I have no regrets at all. His family, not so much. They've always been kinda cold towards me, and honestly, I've noticed that they don't treat our daughter the same as the other grandkids. Last weekend, we were at his mom's house for a late dinner, and she and my family-in-law were talking about my husband as a teenager. My mother-in-law then proceeded to joke in front of my daughter, saying how he used to be so carefree and go with the flow before he had to settle down so fast. Then she added, I bet he wished he had more time before jumping into the dad life with an oopsie baby. I was pissed. We ended up leaving soon after that since it was getting late anyways. And that night as I tucked my daughter into bed, she asked me what an oopsie baby was. I felt heartbroken for her and basically explained that sometimes people have kids by accident, but that doesn't make her any less special. After I put her to bed, I ranted to my husband, saying I don't want his mother-in-law around our daughter if she's going to be saying stuff like that. The last thing I want is for my baby girl to be questioning whether or not she's wanted. I said I don't want my family-in-law at her 5th birthday party next month, and I won't be sending them an invite until they apologize for making things awkward. My husband says I'm overreacting over a small comment and I need to relax and not make this a thing. He argued, saying I shouldn't overreact to comments she made when she was tired. He told me I'm not allowed to uninvite his family, especially over this. Am I overreacting? Should I just suck it up and let them come to the party and risk my daughter hearing more harmful things? I'm honestly really upset, but I feel like I'm the only person who's mad, so I'd what to do. Am I the asshole?
My girlfriend thought I was Google Map. Last night, my girlfriend went out with her friends, no problem. But then at 2:30 a.m, she called me, panicked. Babe, I think I'm lost. Okay, where are you? I don't know. Jesus, take the wheel. Mind you, I was dead asleep before this. I told her to share her location, maybe ask someone nearby for directions. But no, apparently, as a boyfriend, it was my duty to guide her home telepathically. I told her to order an Uber, and now she's mad because I didn't even sound worried enough. Am I mad? Or do people expect relationships to come with 24/7 customer support?
Am I the asshole for leaving my friend at the concert after she kept ditching me? I, 28 female, went to a concert with my friend Lisa, 26 female. We bought our tickets together months ago and had been hyped about it for weeks. The plan was to go together, stick together, and have a great time. But as soon as we got inside, Lisa kept disappearing. First, she ran off to find a guy she was talking to on Instagram. Then she said she was getting drinks but never came back, and I had to text her just to find out she was in a different section with some people she just met. I told her I didn't want to spend the night chasing her around, and she promised to stick with me. That lasted maybe 20 minutes before she vanished again. At this point, I was fed up. I was missing half the concert trying to keep track of her, so I just decided to enjoy the show on my own. When it ended, I texted her saying I was heading home. Turns out she had lost her phone and her wallet and had no way to get back. She blew up my phone the next day saying I was a terrible friend for abandoning her when she needed me. I do feel a little guilty for not checking on her before I left, but at the same time, she basically ditched me all night. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for not taking neighbor's parcel? I, 33 male, have 1 child, 5 male, for whom I share custody with my ex. I currently live in a 2-bed rental on a quiet street with a row of only 5 other houses along our road. I live on the end of the row. About 6 months ago, I took in a package delivered for the house at the other end of the row. The package was a heavy box containing a bag of dog food. Later that evening, the neighbor 38 female came to pick it up. I know she lives alone and offered to carry it for her. She accepted the offer and thanked me, and as I carried to her she kept commenting on the fact that I was being a gentleman and it was good to see a big strong man in action. Bit weird but meh, whatever, I'm not that big strong, although I do go to the gym a few times a week to keep myself in shape. When I got it to hers, she insisted I come in for a glass of water and kept me there for an hour, just chattering on. The same delivery has come to me every month since then. In the evening, she comes to collect, and I carry it over to hers. Each time, she will try to chatter away at me inside the house, if she can coax me in. Or on the doorstep, if I can find an excuse not to go in. Then last month, when she came to collect the package, my son was home with me. I couldn't take the box up to her as I was making his dinner. She complained that it was too heavy to carry herself and that it would only take a few minutes. I refused, but offered to bring it up later that evening. She pouted and huffed and went home. Half hour later, she posted a note through the door with her mobile number on it and asked me to message when I could bring it. I had to feed my son, give him his bath, play with him, put him to bed. Once I'd done all that, I finally messaged her. She didn't reply until the next day, telling me she had been tired and fallen asleep. Then a few hours later she sent through a long, rambling tirade. She told me I should have helped, that I was selfish, that I obviously hadn't wanted to help her as I could have asked her to stay with my son while I carried it, fair point, though it just didn't occur to me in that moment, and that if I really wanted to help her I would have messaged her earlier. This was all sprinkled with some very colourful language. I was in complete shock. I apologized and said I would bring it to her that evening, which I then did. Last week, the day came again for that parcel to arrive, and this time I refused to take it. She came banging on the door later in the evening and screamed at me for not taking the package, that she now had to find a way to get it from the company depot and that it was going to cost her a fortune. Now everyone along the street knows about it. Another neighbor, 58 male, has made it clear that he thinks I'm the asshole and has threatened to complain to my landlord about my unneighborly behavior. I really don't think I'm in the wrong here. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for making out with a guy at a party? Hi. I'm new to Reddit and created this account because I needed opinions from anonymous people. So, 3 days ago I went to a friend's party where all of our classmates were present, along with some additional people. One of my classmates in our friend group has a crush on me. I know this because he used to find excuses to spend time with me or compliment me, and he has even outright confessed this to a friend of mine. However, I never reciprocated his feelings or tried to lead him on. At this party, I got drunk and proceeded to make out with a guy in a private room. Apparently, he saw us going to that room and got very hurt. So much so that he blocked me and my best friend from his Instagram. His guy friends started shaming him for what happened. I won't lie, I do feel bad now, at least about the fact that I shouldn't have done it in front of him or told him that. I didn't like him outright when I found out about his feelings. My friend tells me that he is embarrassed because he feels betrayed. In my mind, I'm not wrong, but the guilt is getting to me, so I need to know. Was I the asshole?